Hi, today I'm going to make bran muffins. I'm Pat with River's Edge Chev at Three Ring Farm in Golden Goat. Anyway, these bran muffins are really good. They're actually made with real bran, not bran, cereal bran like Raisin Bran or anything. This is real bran. And it's 3 cups of whole bran with 1 cup of boiling water, which I've already added to it, and I've let it set for a while so it's kind of hydrated. And I'm going to mix this with 2 cups of buttermilk. I have buttermilk and kefir mixed here together because I have kefir. I didn't have quite enough to do the full 2 cups, so I mixed it with some buttermilk. So 3 cups of bran, 1 cup of boiling water, and let it set for a little while. Mix it up really thoroughly. And it does get more wet as it sits, you know, it gets more hydrated. So don't add more water, just make sure you keep the 1 cup of boiling water in there. And then so we have the 3 cups of bran, 1 cup of boiling water, and you let it set. And then you're going to have 2 eggs beaten, 1 cup of honey, and I have this honey here. It's habanero honey. It's a hot honey, so it's going to be kind of fun. A friend of ours' daughter makes this honey down in Southern California, and it's San Diego Honey Company. And this is really good. It's really tasty. It is spicy. And it's good on cornbread, it's good on cheese, it's good on a lot of different things. I put it in my tea too, so it's kind of like a little zippy tea. Anyway, we really enjoy the habanero honey from the San Diego Honey Company. Anyway, so we're going to do the 1 cup of honey, the 2 cups of buttermilk, and half a cup of oil. And I have sunflower oil here, but I think you can use any kind of oil. I wouldn't use a flavored oil, but just some kind of nice vegetable oil. And then we're going to fold in 2 cups of whole wheat flour, a half a cup of all-purpose flour, and then in the 2 cups of flour and the half a cup of all-purpose flour, we're going to add 2½ teaspoons of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt, and we're going to use half a cup of raisins to a cup of raisins. You could add nuts, you could add cranberries, you could do anything in there that you want, that whatever strikes your fancy to add it to make it more interesting for you. So anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to beat the eggs, and I'll add the oil and the buttermilk, and then we're going to mix up the, let's do this a little bit differently. Let's put the flour, we'll do the half a cup of all-purpose, the 2 cups of whole wheat flour, and 2½ teaspoons of baking soda, I hope I'm not making this too confusing for you, because I know that I am being kind of random here. So anyway, we're going to stir this up. Let me get a whisk to whisk it with. I'm going to whisk this up together. And we need a bowl. I'm going to whisk up these eggs. So it has been really cold, probably wherever you are too, unless you're in a really warm climate. It has been really cold. It's been down in the low 20s here in the morning, oh gosh, for about over 2 weeks now, it seems like. So it's been nice to have the dry weather, but boy, it's cold. This bran muffin recipe is really substantial. It makes a good breakfast, you know, with just a cup of coffee or milk or whatever you want to have with it, because it is a substantial muffin. I'm going to add the oil to the eggs. And then I am going to add the honey to the measuring cup that I just had the oil in, so it comes out easy. If you can find this San Diego Company honey, try it, because it is really, really good. And of course, you don't have to use hot honey in this recipe at all. You can use regular honey, but we do like it. And this is what we actually have right now. We don't have any regular honey. I'm gonna mix this in here. And we're gonna stir this up really well. And then we're gonna add the milk to it. Combine it really well. You can do this with a mixer as well. I just didn't want to haul everything out and do the whole 9 yards. I just wanted to get this done. Doesn't take long. It's blending in really well. And the raisins that I have are the raisin medley mix from the bulk food section at Winco. But you could, golden raisins would be good in this, dried cherries, cranberries, anything like that. You could even do chopped up apricots, plums, prunes, anything like that. Any kind of dried fruit would be good in this. And you don't have to have the dried fruit in it either. You can just have it plain. I think nuts would be good too, but I'm just doing raisins on this batch. Now for the 2 cups of buttermilk, kefir, or a combination of the two, which that's what this is. So, okay, we're gonna mix the wet into this. And this does seem like a lot of baking soda to put in this, but actually it's a heavy batter, so you need something to help really lift it. I'm going to add the bran. I used to make this for the kids when they were all at home when they were young. It was something I always felt pretty good about feeding them because it was satisfying. It had the sweetness and had all of that stuff as like a muffin, but it was a healthy muffin. And this is for 12 muffins, and I'm going to be using my popover pans. But you can just use regular muffin tins too, and you can use the little liners for your muffins. I'm just going to spray these really good with baking spray with flour. Now we're going to sprinkle the raisins in, and I have actually cut these raisins because the raisin medley has all different kinds of raisins in it, but they're huge raisins. They're really big. So I just snip these up into smaller pieces so it'll be really well dispersed into the batter. Okay, that should be pretty well mixed up. And I'm going to use a portion scoop to portion these out into the muffin tins. And I'm filling these about 2/3 full. This will make a really nice, good-sized muffin for a meal on the go. Okay, there's one batch there. We're going to be baking these at 375 until they're done, which could take maybe 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes. You just want to keep an eye on them and then check them to see if, you know, you put a toothpick in them and they're done, you know, they'll come out clean. Shoot. Okay, we have a disaster here on our hands. I forgot to spray this one. So we're going to scoop these back out, rinse them off, and put them back in. So, failing memory here. Now we're going to put them in the oven and bake them until they're done, which could be 15 minutes, 12 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. We'll see what it takes. It's been a long time since I've made these, but they are really good. They'll be really nice for morning. So I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes, then we'll check on them and see if they need more time, if that'll be enough. Anyway, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Okay, the bran muffins are done and out on a rack cooling. I did bake them for a full 20 minutes and they turned out good. Checking them with a toothpick, the toothpick came out dry. And these are they're a hearty muffin that's really pretty healthy. You know, you have a cup of honey in there, but everything in there is real and it's not any kind of super processed ingredients. So try it. I think you'll like them. They're not super sweet, but they are very good. And they're a perfect breakfast substitute. Anyway, thank you for watching and come back again. Hey, and please subscribe and like. Anyway, thank you for watching and I hope you come again. Bye-bye.